Hey guys, welcome back to another Plan with me. This week I'm planning from January 15th to the 21st, and I'm using this Sadie stickers kit called Sadie. And if you've seen my Plan with me's before, you know that I mark every single thing. And unfortunately, Sadie stickers kits just don't have enough labels for me. So as you just saw, I pulled a ton of labels that sort of matched the color scheme. Not much really matched perfectly. And there were just a lot of peach labels that I was able to find. So I sort of struggled with the cream and gray and this like dusty mauve color, but I think I made it work. And if you're wondering why I got this kit, because over the years I've realized that they just don't work for my style of planning. If you get a Sadie Stickers planner and you order like at a certain time of year, she usually gives a free kit with your purchase. And my planner is from Sadie Stickers. So this was my free kit. And I decided to use it this week because this was the week that we actually got like legitimate snow. We really didn't get any last year, like a couple flurries, but nothing that really stuck around. But this week we for sure did. And so, you know, a snowy week in a city, this kit is pretty much perfect. I did struggle a little bit with just deciding where everything should go. I did edit a lot of it out, so don't worry. I'm not going to make you suffer through that. I love on Monday, this is stupid because my view does not look like this, but I work from home on Mondays and my desk is near a bay window. So I don't know. I thought that this sticker sort of looks like a much nicer version of my window. But other than that, I just chose whatever box. I think I actually had a box left over because I did 2 days this week with no full box, Wednesday and Saturday, just because I had a lot going on. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. There is no deco to put up at the top, but that's fine. I just decided to use the date covers instead, just so it's a little balanced, because I don't love when the top is completely empty. I don't love it. But as far as things that happened this week, like big things, obviously the snow. And we all know, if you've seen any of my videos before, that I am not happy about the new in-office work schedule where we are required to be there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I've also most likely mentioned this multiple times, but my boss spends 6 months out of the year at her second home in Colorado, and she spends winters and summers there. So she never has to deal with getting to the office in the blazing hot sun and heat or in the snow and freezing cold. She just doesn't have to deal with it. And it just makes me so bitter that I have to deal with it. Now, fortunately, before she left, she was like, no, I still need you guys to come in every day just so, I can still be honest to home office and tell them that you guys are still coming in even though I'm not here. Literally 2 of us. There's 2 of us who have to come in and we don't even speak. So yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm a broken record. I will forever be bitter about that. But before she left, I did say that it was going to snow the following week and it was supposed to snow a lot and if we could work from home. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. I usually keep an eye on the weather, blah, 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 whatever. So we did get to work from home on Tuesday because of the weather. And then you'll see when we get to Wednesday that I worked from home as well, because when I woke up on Wednesday, all of the sidewalks and roads and streets and just everything was completely covered in ice. And it was just impossible to walk on, just terrible. It was also 14 degrees outside. And on top of that, I was checking the bus schedule because I knew I couldn't walk on the ice. And all of the buses were delayed until like some crazy time. And I was like, this is ridiculous. She is warm and cozy in her Colorado home, second home. I'm not going in. Like, this is so stupid. So I stress called and voice memoed some people because asking for things really stresses me out, but I asked to stay home just because this is just silly. Like, it's the principle of the thing. Like, if you get to work home every single day, I get to work home when everything's covered in ice and it's 14 degrees outside. So yeah, that was pretty big this week because I hate going into the office. So being able to only go in once this week was amazing. Unfortunately, on Thursday, everything was still covered in ice. So I did have to take the bus. And I barely made it to the bus stop. I was shuffling along because the ice was no joke. It was like an inch thick just everywhere. It was terrible. And then as far as the rest of my plans, I mean, honestly, the snow was like the biggest thing that happened to me. But over the weekend, my boyfriend and I went to the DMV area for his best friend's birthday as well as his best friend's daughter's birthday. Their birthdays are like a few days apart. And she was having a little birthday party. So we went down for that. And it was okay. It was good. I do really like seeing her, the daughter, and she is obsessed with me, which is really cute. But and I say this with love, but she is sort of a monster. Like, she does not listen to anything. I want to say she's 3. She doesn't listen to anything. She's a terror. Like, during dinner, she was trying to climb all over me, literally like standing on my lap while I was trying to eat. And when I finally was like talking to her mother and it was like 10 p.m. and she refused to go to sleep, in order to get attention, she wiped her boogers on me. But on the bright side, she was so embarrassed because her mom was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, she was so embarrassed that she got sad and fell asleep. So at least there's that. And yeah, that was pretty much like our entire weekend was going to visit them. And yeah, it was good. Other than the boogers and not being able to eat dinner, it was good. But anyway, moving into the day by day, the first thing I marked on Monday with this Olive Studio sticker was that I drove home, and this was some sort of holiday. I can't remember what it was because my company didn't get off, but pretty much everybody else did. So there was virtually no one on the road when I was walking driving because, you know, they were all asleep still. And then I worked from home this day, like I always do on Mondays, and used a Once More with Love work sticker to mark that. And it was good because I didn't have to make any calls this day, which is always a good day. Then with this Paper Shire cleaning sticker, I marked that I tidied up the apartment, which again, I pretty much do every Monday. And then with this little snowflake deco left over from an old kit, I marked that it started snowing. Then I'm sorry, I can't remember the shop where I got this because this is actually a printable, this weight set sticker, but I will try to remember to link the shop below if you're interested. But I marked that this was my first workout of the year, and as of right now, I've been pretty consistent with at least doing like 3-ish workouts a week. I'm not really seeing any results, probably won't because of my diet, but I'm still trying to stick to it because usually I get discouraged when I'm like, well, this is pointless, but it's not pointless. It's good for you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then with another Paper Shire sticker, I marked that I watched Drag Race because I was still very much heavy into my Drag Race binging. I marked that I filmed with, I think this is also Paper Shire, this flat lay. Paper Shire has a lot of pink stickers, and whenever I get a chance to use them, I do. I just don't have a lot of pink kits, I don't think. I marked that I filmed, and even though this looks more like a reading sticker, it worked in my head. Then with a book from the same printable shop as the weight set, I marked that I read, and I was still reading Tender is the Flesh at this point. Then moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked was that I could not wake up. I was very tired. Again, I I'm the same every single fucking day. I can never wake up. Like, what the hell am I talking about? But anyway, I marked it with this Once More With Love munchkin with a Once More With Love snow day sticker, which does not match the spread at all, but I just needed to use it because I don't get many snow days. I marked that it was a snow day. And then with yet another Paper Shire sticker, I marked that I got to work remote on Tuesday because of the snow. With this planner sticker that I am sorry, I can't remember where it's from. I believe it's from a freebie. I marked that I filled in my spread. With another munchkin from Once More With Love, I marked that I was just freaking out over medical prices. I had to get some imaging done, and the prices were just outrageous, and I was like sort of freaking out. But yeah, Anyway, under that, with this pack lunch munchkin, I marked that I prepped my lunch for a couple days. And then with, this did not come with the kit. This laptop is left over from another kit, but I thought it just went well with this spread, even though it has a bit of a pattern. But I marked that I watched Drag Race again. With another Paper Shire sticker, I marked that I pulled for my next spread. And then with this Planning Roses book stack, I marked that I read again. Moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked was that I was up at 5 a.m. and I was incredibly anxious because I just knew I wasn't going to be able to walk to work, and I really didn't want to take the bus, especially because I was trying to look at the bus times and it like was not looking good. And again, like standing my ground and standing up for myself is very, very hard. So I was basically up from 5 a.m. until I had to start working at 8, just freaking out. Waste of 3 hours, I know. Then with this Nope sticker from, I want to say Fox and Pip, is that right? I marked it's 14 degrees, the sidewalks are icy, and buses are delayed. I'm not going in. Just no, not doing it. So I asked to stay home, and she said yes. It would have been so hypocritical if she said no. And I marked that with this cozy munchkin from Once More With Love because I brought my electric blanket and space heater to my desk because it was just so cold outside. Then with this Sticky Perks spaghetti sticker that also doesn't really match the spread, I marked that I had spaghetti for breakfast because why not? Then with a shredder from Carly Plans, I marked that I had a shredding session. I really let it pile up, and I'm trying not to anymore, but whenever I get certain things in the mail that I just, like, I don't know, maybe I'm paranoid, but I'm always concerned about, like, leaving the like, offers for new credit cards with my name on them. I don't like leaving those in the trash. I don't know. I guess I just don't want strangers to know that I qualify, so I always shred those. It's paranoid, but whatever. Better safe than sorry because people are stealing other people's identities left and right. So trying to prevent it as much as I can. Then with another Paper Shire flat lay, I marked that I worked out and watched Drag Race while I did that on my break. With this, I think this is leftover deco from a kit, this planner, I marked that I filmed. Then with this, I meant to remove that. You know what? It's fine. I'll just color it in. It's fine. The sticker says, "What did I buy?" But I meant to cut off the talking bubble and just have the munchkins staring at their computer. But anyway, I applied to jobs and it was terrible and has been terrible. Then this spells book is from a freebie, and I'm blanking on the shop, but I thought it matched the spread perfectly. So even though it's a Halloween sticker, I wanted to use it to mark that I read. Then moving on to Thursday, this might be the day that I accidentally forgot to record, so I do apologize, but I'll try to just quickly go over it. It's either this day or Friday, I can't remember. But I marked that there was still ice everywhere and I had to take the bus. And like I said, even just walking to the bus stop was pretty sketchy. And also none of the buses were coming at the times they were supposed to. But fortunately, there were like 10 other people waiting for the bus with me. So I knew I was at least in the right place. Then with this is a procrastination munchkin, but I just cut off the word procrastinate and used it to mark being in office and hating the fact that I'm in office. Then with this cursing Tara from Pumpkin Paper Co., I marked that Amazon left my package on someone else's stoop and took a picture of it and pretended that they delivered it to my place. And I do, like I've said before, try to get everything shipped to a pickup location. But lately, I've noticed that every time I try to choose a pickup location, literally down the street, they try to charge me shipping. It's only free shipping to my apartment, which is so stupid, but I don't know, maybe there are too many people trying to ship to pick up. I have no fucking clue. It's just annoying. I hate Amazon, but unfortunately, sometimes, quite often, they have the cheapest price and free shipping, so it just is what it is. But yeah, I was very upset. They left my package at someone else's house, and it's a hard mistake to make because my directions are so crystal clear, like explaining exactly where my building is, where my door is, what the code is, all of the above. Like, don't leave it outside, and then they just toss it on some random house's stoop. And it was it was immediately stolen, I'm sure. I wasn't home to check, but it was gone when I got home. I found because they left a picture of the stoop. Oh, I guess I did film this day. Whatever. I missed one day. But I just searched around for that stoop and I found it. And yeah, there was no package. Nobody came to the door. I don't think the people in the house got the package. It's probably stolen because there is a guy who goes around and just steals everybody's packages. Then with this awkward munchkin, I marked that I thought I took the wrong bus home. It turned out to be the right bus, but it took a different route to my neighborhood. And so that was very concerning. Like when it passed the street that it was supposed to turn on to head towards my area, I got very stressed out. But I was like, you know what? Worst case, I have to get on another bus or call Joe to pick me up. So I stayed as calm as I possibly could, but it was fine. I was home. Then when I got home, I decided to scrape off all the ice from my car because it was supposed to snow again, and I just didn't want to deal with snow on top of a very thick layer of ice. So I scraped and smashed all the ice off of my car, and I used a munchkin for that. Then another munchkin I used to mark watching Drag Race. And again, the final thing for Thursday was that I read, and I marked it the same way with a book pile from Planting Roses. Moving on to Friday, maybe this is the day I forgot, I'm not sure. But I marked that I slept in and used a do not disturb munchkin for that. Then with this little coffee monsters, am I saying the word monsters right? It sounds weird coming out of my mouth. Coffee Monsters Co. Emoji Booty. I marked that there was so much snow this day. So I was happy I was home, but I knew I had to leave on Saturday, so I was slightly concerned. Then I marked that it was my short work day, and I used a munchkin working with their cat for that. With another olive I'm burping, sorry. I'm not going to edit it out. With another olive from Olive Studio, I marked that I filled my spread and did a voiceover. I was playing this phone game from that website Swagbucks because they give you points and then you can use it for gift cards. So I was very deep into this phone game and marked that with this leftover deco. With the Carly Plans suitcase, I marked that I packed for the trip. I also grabbed a bunch of snacks to bring on the road and just to make sure that I had my Red Bull and everything for the weekend. And I used the Sticky Perks snack sticker to mark that. And then the final thing with another Papershire TV, I marked that I watched Drag Race before bed. Moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked with this old SPC clock icon that doesn't really match the kit, but I thought it matched some of the yellow and the flowers, so I'm fine with it. I marked that I had to get up at 8 a.m., which was a struggle because I stayed up so late. Then with a Pumpkin Paper Kotera, fresh out of the shower, I marked that I got ready, and I did shower that morning just so I wouldn't have to shower at their place when we got there Saturday night. With another emoji shoveling snow, I marked that I had to clean off my car, and I went completely numb. I don't have waterproof shoes, so my feet were soaked. I was freezing. It was still in the teens or like super low 20s this day, so I was like not doing well. I don't have waterproof gloves, waterproof shoes, a proper winter coat. Like I am not prepared for this weather whatsoever. And I always tell myself I'll get prepared, and then I just like never do because I don't feel like spending the money on something I'll use like once a year. But I should just do it. But anyway, so then I had to come back inside and just like sort of thaw out in front of my space heater because I was like in so much pain. Then I went to Joe's and he was not awake yet. And I was very disappointed because we were supposed to leave early to get to his friends, but it's fine. I was only locked out because his landlord changed the deadbolt lock and switched it to a different key, and my hands were too cold to open up the lockbox to get the new key out, and I only have his old keys. He doesn't even have the new key. It's just in the lockbox. His landlord's an idiot, and he should fucking give Joe spare keys. Whatever, that doesn't matter. The point is I was locked out, and it was so cold and windy, but he finally woke up and let me in. With a paper Shire car, I marked that we hit the road, and I want to say that we left around like 11, which was a little bit later than we were supposed to, but it's okay. Then with this SPC sticker, I know this is supposed to be Andrea and one of her kids, but I thought it worked perfectly because their daughter's hair is short and blonde, so I used it to mark that she's just obsessed with me and would not leave me alone, which is very cute, but it is a lot. Then with this paper Shire chicken meal, I marked that we had like a big chicken dinner for Joe's best friend's like birthday meal, and some of their other family came to eat as well. With a tired munchkin, I marked that I was just exhausted because at this point it was getting late and I had not really slept much. With this pooping baby munchkin, I marked that she wiped her boogers on me. Glad it wasn't poop. Then the final thing for Saturday, I marked that I had nightmares all night. And they were like those nightmares where your significant other is cheating on you and leaving you for like a teenager and stuff. Like, I just woke up very not happy. Then moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked was that we both got no sleep, and I used a munchkin for that. I went to bed first, and we didn't realize that we only had one pillow. So Joe didn't have a pillow to sleep on, so he was basically just awake all night. And then one of the times when I woke up in the middle of the night, I offered to share my pillow with him, but it just like wasn't big enough for both of us. Then with a little munchkin going down a slide, I marked that we went to the birthday party, and it was just a place with like those big blow up slides. So I thought the slide was appropriate. With another tired munchkin, I marked that I was ready to go home. I was just tired. I was just very tired. And then with this shut up munchkin, I just marked that kids talk way too much. And I know you have to like encourage them, and they just repeat themselves. I am not kidding. She was saying the same thing and asking the same question for at least an hour. It was painful, but you gotta deal with it because that's what kids do, and it is torture. With this leftover deco, it's just a charcuterie board. They did not give us a charcuterie board, but I used it to mark that they gave us a ton of food to take home with us, just like extra pizza from the party and stuff like that. Then I really wanted to use this windy road sticker I have. I want to say it's from Sticky Perks, as well as this car with the open trunk. I think this is from Sticky Perks too. I marked that we hit the road back home. We didn't get back until 8 p.m., and I marked that with a paper Shire, like night star cloud sticker. I don't know what the sticker is called. And then the final thing for Sunday was that we watched the challenge before I had to go to bed, and I used these two munchkins watching TV for that. So that is everything for this week. We're getting close. I think for my next spread, I'm just going to do a talk over because a voice. What the fuck is wrong with me? A talk through, just because I'm not feeling the voiceovers right now, especially for things that happened months ago. It's just, I need it to be fresh, like I feel like I'm fumbling through all this, and I think it would just be easier to do a talk through. So hopefully you like long videos. Hopefully you don't mind that I'm doing quite a few talk throughs recently, but yeah, I think that's most likely what the next spread is going to be. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.